Brainiac Corporation. Every day, a crack team of Britain's finest minds get to grips with the fundamentals of scientific knowledge and understanding. So welcome, step inside. But be warned, only the hardiest of souls and strongest of stomachs can survive the worst excesses that are Brainiac. Science abuse.
Brainiac. 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 Brainiac.
Welcome to Brainiac, a paper bag on the ugly face of science. The big science tonight. Can John Tickle defeat a Shaolin monk? What's the best DIY fake tan? And Super Brainiac delivers scientific justice. But first, earlier this series, we experienced the destructive power of surface tension when we dropped stuff from a great height onto a swimming pool. It got us thinking, what if things were the other way around? Could we destroy objects by dropping water onto them from a height? How destructive can falling water be? But I wouldn't think of attempting this without the assistance of a man who's been submerged in science since a babe. There he is, there. It's John Tickle. John, it doesn't look that frightening to me.
Well, imagine it being dropped from a very great height. And I reckon that this little old bag of water might have a few surprises in store for us.
I'll go and find our first target.
OK.
And what better than an office desk? It's seen many a hostile takeover, but can it survive the might of H2O? Take it up, boys! This innocent bag of water, much like the home of a large funfair goldfish, will be dropped from a height of 50 meters onto our unsuspecting office worker. Surely it'll be no worse than spilling a large drink onto your keyboard. OK, John.
Rightio, Vic.
The future of that desk lies in your hands.
Cracking. Let's go. In 3, 2, 1, go! Go, 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 go.
Stick that in your spreadsheet and eat it. The 10 litres of water splitting the desk and buckling the steel frame in one deadly splash. But what if the water was up against something more sturdy than an office desk? A lovely patio where you might relax with your friends and family. But what if raindrops with this size? Would that ruin your barbecue area? Let's find out. Take it up, boys! We all know that water can carve through rock and stone over millennia, but what can it do in 15 seconds? Surely a falling bag of ordinary H2O can't crack concrete. OK, John, that's my bit done. The rest of it's up to you.
It would be my pleasure, Vic. In 3, 2, 1, go!
There you go!
What the heck?
It may seem like we're just having fun smashing things up, but if you're worried about countries having nuclear capability, just think what would happen if they had bags of water. So, a bit of falling water can do far more harm than simply damaging a young girl's perm. But why stop now? Come on, John.
I'm trying.
So we've increased the size now to a car.
Excellent.
We need a lot more water, John.
How much, Vic?
I reckon about 300 litres.
Will it be destruction and carnage?
I suspect it very likely will be. OK, John, I'm ready. Are you?
Absolutely.
Let's do it then. Hoist her up! There we go. A cloud's water droplet becomes a raindrop if it's 0.5 millimetre in diameter or bigger. Our raindrop has a diameter of 2 metres. But surely having the sunroof closed will save us from getting wet.
3, 2, 1, go!
It's a complete write-off. All that high-tech road safety engineering no match for a whole cloud's worth of rain. In one go.
Hey! Hey!
Whoa! Look at it, it's completely caved in.
Oh, wow!
The windscreen wipers, that's not going to do any good, though. Let's examine the damage. Ooh, John, it's almost like a bear's fallen on it.
Exactly, and look at that poor mannequin there.
The seats have got a bit damp. There's a lesson for us all there, I think, John. I'll be upgrading my wet weather gear soon.
Wise words, Vic.
Hidden away in a secret outbuilding is the Brainiac slow-motion research facility. Inside, a small team of Brainiacs are devoted to the remarkable line of research we call things, but very slowly. So what's this week's thing, but very slowly? A champagne bottle being opened. Normally, this isn't particularly interesting to watch. But let's see that again, very slowly. The cork races off, leaving a delay before the champagne is unleashed from the bottle in waves of tiny trapped bubbles. Slowed down 400 times, the champagne appears to take on the more viscous texture of a vanilla ice cream, or ectoplasm. All this in about 3 seconds. A bottle of champagne being opened. One more thing, but very slowly.
Here's one for you. How do you know when you're behind a tree?
Things that make you go,
A glowing tan is still widely held to be a sign of health. But with it, the sun can bring side effects in the form of sunburn. A way around this, of course, is fake tans, but they're not cheap. What's the best DIY fake tan? Four wave-faced Brainiacs. 4 domestic goods that might give them a healthy summer glow. Coffee. We went to a well-known international high street coffee shop and filled this bucket for just £185. Its rival hot beverage, tea, stewed for weeks at the Brainiac canteen. Gravy. Deep, rich, and great for covering up an overcooked roast. And last but not least, love it or hate it, it's yeast extract. Should cling a treat to Brainiac's body and hair.
And begin.
We're giving the Brainiacs 5 minutes to cover their scrawny bodies in DIY fake tans. After that, we'll be assessing them for colour density and evenness of coverage. Straight off, though, it's the beverage-based options that are easiest to apply. Tea and coffee. Both brown drinks thanks to the naturally occurring chemical tannin. But which will give the better tan? Next, easiest on, is the gravy. In the olden days, ladies used gravy browning to paint a pretend stocking seam on the back of their legs. So how will it work on larger body areas? Finally, your mate and mine, yeast extract. Delicious on toast. This brown morning commodity is made from a byproduct from the brewing industry. Real tans are produced when the ultraviolet light from the sun or a sunbed causes brown-coloured melanin to form deep in the skin's epidermis layer. However, fake tan products from the chemist affect the outermost layer of dead skin using dihydroxyacetone to make it chemically change colour. Our DIY fake tans are far cruder and are just basically brown stuff on the surface of the skin. However, it looks like tea and coffee are beginning to soak in and build up a healthy colour. Time to inspect the results. Well, it's clear that tea and coffee have imparted subtler shades than the other two. Perhaps a good bet for the look of a week in Brittany or the beach next to Sellafield. but it seems that coffee has the edge with a slightly deeper colour. Next darkest is gravy. A nice shade where it's taken, but a frankly rubbish coverability, with streaks right down the legs there. But the deepest colour is down to yeast extract. A shinier finish, but very even, and a colour reminiscent of Permatant TV star Jodie Marsh.
The best DIY fake tan is yeast extract.
It may be slimy, sticky and stinky, but it's official. The best DIY fake tan is yeast extract.
Things what my body does.
I'm Hetty Skate, and the thing what my body does is this.
The eyelids are thin layers of skin and muscle whose primary purpose is to protect the eye from foreign objects, bright lights and disgusting sights. Secondary uses include winking and turning yourself into a disgusting sight.
Hello, it's liquid nitrogen again. Liquid nitrogen is a miracle. Today, it's shaving foam. Ursula, bring the shaving foam, please. Thank you, my sweet. She is so powerful. In ordinary state, shaving foam foams like rabid woman. But what happens when I introduce it to my friend liquid nitrogen? After bottom is cut off, we can see frozen shaving foam. We place on tray and wait. And this was the result. Miracle upon miracles. I have made sweet-smelling snow for pixies to dance on Saturday night. Liquid nitrogen, once again, you are miracle.
Will it fizzle or will it flash? The cracking chemistry conundrum posed by Dr. John P. Kilcoyne, Principal Lecturer at the University of Sunderland. So what does Dr. Kilcoyne have in his shed today?
Potassium hydroxide, dimethyl sulfoxide and luminol. Will it fizzle or will it flash?
Also to come, Bunhead gets steamy with the ladies. A very small step for mankind at the Brainiac Rocket Center. And a viewer hits the jackpot in Brainiac for a day.
Brainiac.
This is Brainiac, the science show that farts into a pipette and then leaves it on your mantelpiece. Dr. John P. Kilcoyne of the University of Sunderland posed the question: potassium hydroxide, dimethyl sulfoxide, and luminol. Will it fizzle or will it flash? The answer? Fizzle. When added to a mixture of caustic solution and dimethyl sulfoxide, the luminol is oxidized, resulting in a green-blue chemiluminescence and a lovely fizzle. Nice one, Doc.
What a great fizzle.
Stop! The following recipe is dangerous. Do not try this at home. Or anywhere else, for that matter. This week's recipe, Chicken Supreme. You will need 1 chicken, we prefer dead, mushrooms, they need to be fresh, we don't want to ruin the dish, and for a sauce to marinate in, just a dash of chicken soup. Whatever you do, don't allow some Christmas baubles in a pint glass of gunpowder to enter the microwave cavity. It could interfere with the subtle blend of flavours we're trying to create. For a succulent chicken, we recommend 10 minutes on full power, although, of course, cooking times may vary. It's mere seconds before the microwaves rip off the lustrous sheen of the plastic baubles. Then, all it will take is one spark from their metal collars to ignite the gunpowder and... it's done. Don't forget to make sure it's cooked properly. An uncooked chicken can cause illness and even unwanted death. We do these recipes so you don't have to. Do not try this at home.
Ever since man created tools from rock and bone, there's been a special bond between man and machine. A bond that's been nurtured over literally thousands of years and resulting in creations such as this, the Fiat Panda dance, man's greatest creation. But nowadays, man just hasn't got enough time on his hands to decorate his car and keep it in tip-top condition. So the question is, can a rocket paint a man's car?
We're not looking for a couple of go faster stripes. We want a complete makeover. Will this rocket be able to produce the perfect paint job?
To achieve our goal, we've attached this 1-litre paint-filled warhead to this rocket, producing almost 20 kilograms of thrust. The world's first car-painting rocket. NASA never tried this. OK, Brainiacs, clear the launch site. Countdown in T-minus several seconds. Final checks and adjustments. OK. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Countdown!
Reaching speeds approaching 150 miles per hour, we see our guided missile hurtle towards its helpless target.
Brilliant! Let's go and see if it worked.
Whoa, look at that! A fabulous all-over paint job. That's terrific.
Have you got the results, please? Thank you. OK, so, when man opens the very first auto paint shop on Pluto, you can't say that the Brainiac rocket scientists didn't have a bit to do with that. Take that to NASA!
The monkey, a flat-faced primate. The Brainiac, a flat-faced primate. The 5-kilo monkey has extraordinary agility, exceptional upper body strength and powerful teeth. The 13-stone Brainiac's a flat-faced primate. But who can climb a 50-foot wall the quickest? Brainiac or Beast? Displaying his incisors as a sign of aggression fools no one. This is one nervous Brainiac. Fearful of damaging his few fully functioning grey cells, he dons a protective helmet and starts the climb. The last time he had to scale a height like this was when he was escaping Borstal. He's not a natural climber, although his superior length gives him a slight evolutionary advantage. He's doing okay for a species that spent the last 10,000 years having it relatively easy, and the monkey's starting to look anxious. Even though his body fat ratio is way higher than the banana-munching monkey, Brainiac is making good headway in his attempt to climb the primate pecking order. And he's in at a respectable 50.5 seconds. Can Monkey beat him? He's away like he's being chased by a Chinese doctor. His arms, in proportion to his body size, are twice as long as a Brainiac's, and being a tree dweller, he has no fear of heights. Scaling the rope like a jungle vine in just 21.52 seconds, and with a stylish dismount to boot. So in today's Brainiac versus Beast, the winner is Monkey. Dr. Bunhead on the pull. where every other Tuesday, science's biggest loser hits the town hoping his special mix of near-fatal charm and half-baked experiments will finally get him a girlfriend.
Hello. If I show you some really cool science, would you have a dance with me? I'll take that as a yes. You know how girls like cute puppies and stuff? Right, now what I've got here is some liquefied air. It's air cooled to minus 196 degrees Celsius. It's a bit chilly. And if I pull a little puppy out of here, not like a real one, but would you go for a dance with me? I'll show you anyway, look, watch here. It's all a bit small and it's all shrinked up at the moment, but look, if I warm it up, the molecules of air are moving faster and faster and faster. It means they're bombarding the inside of the balloon, moving further apart and taking up more space, so it expands. A balloon dog. How sweet is that? Ow. Not quite the way I expected it to go. Not to worry, I've got another one. Nearly there, hang on. I made you a balloon worm.
Ich will deinen doofen Ballon nicht. Ich wünsche dir noch einen schönen Abend.
What? What language was that? The language of love. You forgot your drink.
Come in. Stand over there for me, please. Right, Mr. Tickle, what can we do for you today?
Nurse, I'm bored. Can you show me something interesting I can do with my body?
Certainly. Try this. Please place your hand flat on my desk, like that.
Mm-hmm.
And tuck in your middle finger.
Right.
Now try and lift that finger there.
OK.
The reason you can't do this is because your middle finger and your fourth finger share the same muscle used for extending them. With the middle finger bent, it effectively pins down the fourth, making it impossible to lift.
No, you can't do it.
No, I can't. How annoying. Thanks, nurse. That'll keep me amused for hours.
Not at all. Goodbye, Mr. Tickle.
Goodbye.
I can do science, me.
The I Can Do Science Me open auditions, where our Charlotte is dedicated to hearing the public's burning questions, no matter how strange.
Name?
Steve Grimshaw.
Number?
2848.
Dear Brainiac, my son Jack is always telling fibs. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. How far is that, exactly? Steve, the apple never falls far from the tree, you know. Hang on. Does this mean throwing children? Bring it on.
Unfortunately, it seems things have changed since I was a girl, and throwing children is now seen as socially unacceptable. Honestly, you're just not allowed to have fun anymore. Anyway, Jack weighs 23 kilos, which happens to be exactly the same as this sack of spuds. Lay down a ruler, put a balloon where Jack's head should be, and you'd hardly tell the difference. It hasn't fazed Steve, who can't wait to get started. Even the Brainiacs look interested.
It's a grown man throwing a fake boy made out of potatoes with a balloon for a head.
If a member of the public has a science question, we at I Can Do Science Me feel obliged to answer it for them, even if that means throwing a bag of root vegetables in place of a child. Anyway, it looks like Steve's got the answer he was after, and Jack's got off lightly.
His name is Steve. He wanted to know how far he could throw his son. The answer? 195 centimetres.
I can do science, me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the one, the only Brainiac for a Day, with your hosts Dolly Boy and Dolly Girl. Every week, one lucky viewer gets to wear the famous yellow T-shirt and hat for a thrill-packed day as a Brainiac. This week's Brainiac wannabe is Jamie, a pub singer from Utoxeter. Tell us, what is it you're going to be blowing up today?
A fruit machine.
And what a lovely fruit machine this fruit machine is. Jamie scratches a living singing in the bars and clubs of his native Uttoxeter. But his softly sung ballads are too often drowned out by the noisy gambling machines and the grunting noises of the drunks who play them. Now he wants payback. But before he can blow up anything, he needs to transform from pub singer Jamie to Brainiac Jamie. To decide which chemical will be blowing up that naughty fruit machine, he's got to spin the wheel of explosive truth. Where will the arrow point? It's ammonium nitrate. What a surprise, and what a great result. Uh-oh, no time for celebration because there's the siren. The signal for Jamie and our dollies to get the hell out of there. Our explosive expert sets the charge. Ammonium nitrate is highly volatile, and when handling it, it's important not to panic. As always on Brainiac for a Day, our motto is safety first,
Brainiac second!
There's just time for Jamie to prepare himself. And there she blows! What a blast! Good work, Jamie. Everyone loved that one. Mix ammonium nitrate and a hydrocarbon, in this case wheat-old cooking oil from a pub kitchen, and this is what you'll get. A one-armed bandit becomes a no-armed, no-legged, no-bodied bandit. This machine's days of wind spins, nudges and skill stops are over, as ammonium nitrate hits the jackpot. That's not a slot machine, it's a not machine.
Thank you, Brainiac, for making me Brainiac for a day.
Yes, no problem, Squire. We're always keen to help young talent like yourself on the road to showbiz stardom. Oh, and Jamie, that'll be 12 quid for the T-shirt.
Dear John, my husband and I like playing sports, but whenever we play ping pong, he always beats me. Is there any way that I could speed up my reactions and slow his down? That's love from Eileen Hutton from Plymouth. Well, Eileen from Plymouth, is it possible to use science to alter your reaction times? Let's find out. Hello, Shaolin Monk. This Shaolin monk has dedicated his life to achieving the perfect harmony between mind and body. Therefore, his reaction times are second to none. Let's see how I fare against him, shall we?
Shaolin monks have fantastic reaction times because of their discipline, rising at 4 a.m. for a day spent running, meditating and fighting over and over again.
In order to put our reaction times to the test, I've decided on a game of Snap. Well, just as I suspected, I was no match for the Shaolin monk's lightning-fast reflexes. But can I use science to help shift the odds in my favour? I've designed a series of measures for him to help slow him down somewhat.
Can 12 hours of the kind of body-slowing activity that normal people indulge in undo this monk's 12 years of intensive training?
Brainiac, take him away and bring him back to me in 12 hours.
Shaolin monks lead incredibly ordered lifestyles. Today, it's going to be a little different. First, keeping him up through the night. A man who's had 20 hours without sleep has his abilities reduced to those of a drunk. Normally, our Shaolin monk would drink only carefully controlled amounts of water from a sacred well. But today, it's like a Shaolin office party. 8 glasses of booze, each one flooding alcohol into the bloodstream, slowing the limbs and stymieing concentration. A Shaolin monk will eat a carefully controlled diet for maximum performance. But today, he's feasting on hearty British pub grub, causing blood flow to the stomach and away from the brain. OK, so he spent 12 hours as a typical Englishman, scoffing, quaffing and burning the midnight oil. In the meantime, I've been taking it easy. Let's see if this is enough to affect years of Shaolin training.
Let's play.
12 hours of stodgy food, alcohol and sleep deprivation have taken their toll, and our monk is distinctly drowsy.
Well, that's game, set and match to me. Clearly, your years of training mean nothing when you come face to face with the awesome power of science. Okay.
There are some experiments that can't be done in a lab. They can only be done undercover. This week, how many more offers of help with her luggage does a beautiful woman get compared to an ugly one? First, we need some luggage, really heavy luggage. And then we need a beautiful woman. And an ugly woman. We'll put them both on the stairs at a busy station for 10 minutes and see who gets the most offers of help. She's fit and she's young, so in reality, should have no problem in getting those bags up the stairs by herself. Let's see how many offers she gets.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. That's all right. Oh, yes, please, that would be great. Thank you.
In no time, every man within a 100-yard radius seems to want to help her out. Humans are biologically drawn to attractive people. Beauty is an indicator of good genetic stock and a sign of potential reproductive rewards for your own genes. She's older, she's less fit, and she looks as miserable as a cat in a puddle. How much help will she get? Not a dicky bird. It's like she's invisible. Men will blank out ugly women, their primal urges only firing them into action to do anything for a good-looking one. So, how much more help with her luggage does a beautiful woman get than an ugly one? 100% more, of course. Professor Mayang Lee, bringing beauty as well as brains to the world of Brainiac. Recently, the prof's been having fun in her garden with her new favourite toys, a stunning pair of steel balls. By abusing the gravitational field of the Earth using a piece of string and a stepladder, Professor Mayang is able to unleash her pendulous orbs on unsuspecting objects. Today, it's an aquarium. So, will Mayang Lee's balls of steel shatter or shunt this little cage for fishes? Also to come, what's the worst clothing for a survival situation? Can you run through a net curtain? And a damsel in distress.
This is Brainiac, the show that plays kiss chase with science.
Professor Mayang Lee prepared to unleash her balls of steel on a fish cage. But will they shatter or shunt this cage au piscine? It's a shatter! Despite the glass being slightly toughened to stop the fish eating their way out, it's no match for Professor Lee's solid steel balls. And it's also a quick way of draining the tank for cleaning. Nice work, Prof. Ding dong. This frame contains a 100% polyester net curtain with heavy jacquard design and scallop-based hem. Due to its unique molecular makeup and interwoven fibers, pound for pound, it's one of the strongest textiles. This Brainiac is about to run full speed towards the net curtain. But will he break through, or will he bounce off? It's a breakthrough! Like a neighborhood watch coordinator leaping from his front room to berate a small group of youths on the street outside, the Brainiac tears through the 100% polyester weave like it isn't even attached properly. A net curtain, something you can run through.
Some types of high fashion clothing can look fabulous in business class. But when your plane crashes, they can leave you ill-prepared for life stranded on a mysterious desert island. So what's the worst type of clothing for a survival situation? To scientifically simulate the Lost in Paradise scenario, we've come up with this test. An obstacle course, carefully conceived to cover every aspect of desert island existence. That's the test. What about the clothes? We've selected 3 fashions judged by us to be amongst the most ludicrous of the trends in Britain today. Skater boy, wearing his hoodie, a menacing garment if ever I saw one. Take a look round the back. These trousers are hanging way down low below the backside there. Not the sort of stuff you would want to wear on a desert island, I'm sure you'll agree. Next, the goth, known for their penchant for all things black and sinister. Buckles, belts and gimlets. Almost like a walking ironmonger's, but will he be of any use on a desert island? And finally, no, it's not a drag act. This Brainiac is wearing what literally thousands of women wear on a Friday or Saturday night out. Bawdy white shoes, the fishnet stockings, the skirt belt and the lascivious boob tube.
3 fashionable outfits, but which will be the worst for a survival situation?
Are you ready?
Last one to finish the course will give us the answer. First challenge is to get out of the sea and onto the island.
Skateboard's lost his shoe in the sea. Moving on now, they've got to drag the suitcases across the beach, and it looks like the goth is in the lead.
Party girl's taking it very much in her stride, while hormonally fueled skater boy's bungling in 3rd place. But storming ahead, it's goth with an easy sprint into the forest.
Party girl's got her tights snagged on some briars, I think.
The goth's long coat is offering superb protection from the thickest of thickets. Obviously not a natural blonde, Party girl's fallen victim to thorns and prickles, offering a chance for the skater to catch up.
Well, here comes the goth in the lead at the moment. And he's gone into the caves, closely followed by the party girl. And there they are, into the caves. Very dark and mysterious in there.
Still in the lead, but only just. It's the goth, and onto the treacherous cliff. Surprisingly, Skater Boy's moved into 2nd place.
Here comes the party girl, right at the back at the moment. It's very, very close. And party girl is using her stilettos very much like an ice pick to get up that cliff. Brilliant use of the stiletto there.
Now it's the final stage, dinner. All 3 have to break into a coconut. Hard enough at the best of times, let alone in the stress of a survival situation.
Skater Boy's simply smacking them together. Not very good at all. The goth, using his studded neck collar as a rasp file to take off the husk. Very impressive. And let's see how's the girl doing with... She's actually got into the coconut using the stiletto.
So on to the main course, fresh fish.
Oh, what's Party Girl doing here? She's taking off the fishnet tights to use as an actual fishnet. Brilliant thinking and a brilliant design in hosiery. Well, Party Girl has caught a fish. That's brilliant. Well, that means that Party Girl outfit is the best outfit for survival. But who's going to have the worst outfit? Now, the goth is using one of his piercings in order to spear one of the fish. And he's got one. Fantastic! That means that the goth is 2nd, which means that the loser, the worst clothing in a survival situation, is the Skater Boy.
So there you have it. Don't dress like a scruffy skateboarding youth if you want any hope of post-air disaster island survival.
Could happen.
We're attaching electric cables to a well-loved, well-paid British celebrity. Will he still be able to do his glamorous day job whilst being electrocuted? This week, it's popular disc jockey Brandon Block. We've got a special scratch and mix for him to perform whilst our Brainiac electrocutes him. OK, Brandon, do your thing. Brandon's queuing the record up but there's a bigger buzz from the crowd than he's used to. Normally at Brandon's gigs, it's the people that hit the dance floor, not the records. There goes the needle. That's the final nail in the coffin for Brandon's performance. So, can Brandon still do his glitzy day job whilst being electrocuted? No. Thanks, Brandon. You're what we call a real shock jock. Next time, can celebrity dancer Camilla cha-cha-cha as she's cha-cha-cha grilled?
Oh, I can't move!
47-second science. Big science questions in bite-sized chunks. Can sticking a pen in your mouth make you happy? This 27-year-old Brainiac is sad because he's just got his GCSE results. Will a stand-up comedian lift his mood? No. Lifting a bad mood is hard, even with jokes so funny we can't broadcast them. But if we now place a pen into the Brainiac's mouth, like so, it forces his facial muscles into a smile. Suddenly, the Brainiac's mood is lifted. That's because artificially forcing smile muscles on the face activates the brain into producing happy emotions. So our Brainiac becomes more receptive to the comedian's jokes, even if you at home don't. There you have it. Scientific proof that putting on a happy face makes you feel happier. 47-second science. Big science questions answered in bite-sized chunks.
Is it a bright yellow pyromaniac? Is it a fluorescent madman? Yes, it's Super Brainiac! The result of an experiment that trebled his IQ to 42. His mission, to rid the world of toxic caravans. Super Brainiac, saving the world with science. Kent, located in the back garden of UK, England, and a young lady prepares to brown her skin under the huge thermonuclear reactor we call the sun. Time to settle down, perchance to dream of a certain chemically challenged superhero. But what's this? A giant mutated squeaking mouse? No, it's far worse. This abandoned caravan is a shadowy force that must be eliminated. There's only one man who can save this distressed damsel. Meanwhile, in Brainiac HQ, the most ordinary of ordinary Brainiacs is thinking up a new chat-up line. All that Super Brainiac plasma has destroyed the electrics. The van won't start. Faster than you can say, jumpstart my hot rod, Super Brainiac arrives to decide on the perfect science to spit roast a caravan. Today, that science is aluminum flash powder. Widely used in fireworks, for a caravan, it's as welcome as a Catherine wheel in your pants. Super Brainiac's package is ready to explode. To get clear of the blast zone, our hero must jumpstart his motor. Don't worry, ma'am. He'll get you to a safe distance in no time. What a hero! A mixture of oxidizer and metallic fuel, aluminum flash powder is what makes firecrackers explode and produces a heck of a bang. It was also once used in photographers' flash guns. Say cheese! Science saves the day once again. Thanks, Super Brainiac. You're a true gent. Super Brainiac, saving the world with science.